Hey guys, and welcome back to this beautiful day. My name is Jess and I record every week for you to follow and watch along. And it is a gorgeous Monday morning. I've just cleaned up the dishes and poured a load of washing on, and I believe the bin has been emptied. And good old truck driver man put it back in my yard. Thank you, Mr. Truck driver man. Oh, it's actually a bit cool this morning out here. Feels like about 16-ish degrees. It's not cold, but it's got a nice little crisp to it. Yeah, so I've just cleaned the kitchen so I can get dinner organised because it's a slow cook meal. And I've also got a lot of washing on because it's a gorgeous day. I might as well stay on top of my washing. Well, cleaning it anyway. Putting it away on the other hand is another challenge of its own. Because, yeah, I just haven't been putting it away. It's a student-free day today, so there will be no school for Abby today. And tomorrow's a public holiday because it's Melbourne Cup tomorrow. Okay, done. I had to put some rubbish in the bin. Oh, I lost my train of thought now. How frustrating is that? Okay, so now that I've got my hands free after getting Amy changed and throwing some rubbish out, I need to make another loaf of bread, and then I gotta get going on my slow cook meal. So let me just find it. I have decided to make a beef and dumpling meal. So this is like what it's gonna, like the page that it entails. I have no idea if the kids are gonna eat it, but you know, doesn't hurt to try. If worse comes to worse, I could always make them toasted sandwiches or something like that. So I'm gonna get going on this and pray that I didn't leave this too late to cook. So let's get cooking. I've got the dumplings wrapped up in the fridge. I don't need to add them to the slow cooker until the final hour of the slow cooking process. So I've just got them chilling in the fridge, and I'm gonna have to set a timer for when I've got an hour left of my slow cooker. I think it's now like lunchtime-ish. I don't know, what is the time? Yeah, so it's now currently lunchtime, so I'm gonna get lunch organized for the kids so they can go for a rest because they're overtired, and this is starting to turn into crazy. So I don't particularly want to deal with crazy as I'm exhausted from having to help Amy get back to sleep. We're trying a new sleep training method as we're kind of over her waking up the middle of the night. Plus I'm being a bit too much of a softie, and I've been lying in bed with her to get her to sleep. So we believe that she's now old enough to start learning to go to sleep by herself in the big bed like she used to in her cot. So we now kind of have to redo sleep training with her again. So that's a whole process because she woke up in the middle of the night. It was a very long night for me, but that's okay. That's what us moms do. So yeah, I'm gonna get lunch organized and get these kids settled because they're a bit bonkers at the moment. So I'm not too sure what else we're gonna get up to today, but I'll show you the process of how dinner is going later today. Sorry to not really fill you in, but my last clip I think was just the finished product of what dinner was. It was really, really good. A little rookie error though is I didn't mix the dough enough for the little dumplings, so they tasted a little bit bicarby. I've just dropped Abby off to school. It's now Wednesday, and I've just quickly ducked to the shops to get a couple of things that we had run out of. And it is going to be a little bit toasty today, and the house is an absolute pigsty. So I'm going to get changed out of my, into something more suitable for cleaning. And I'm going to start cleaning this house because there is just things all over the floor and it's driving me a little bit bananas. So that's what my plan is today, to clean the house. And I told Ava I'm going to try and help her work on her birthday Christmas present for Nan and Grandad. So that's what we're going to try and do today. So, what are you doing? Just found Ava lying on the floor. Good, Anna. So yeah, I'm going to get changed. Put the stuff away that I bought and get onto cleaning. Just realized that before I get into cleaning, I should probably fill you in on what we got up to yesterday, as I didn't do any recording yesterday. So it was a public holiday yesterday, as it was Melbourne Cup, and it was the best day ever. We did literally nothing. The girls were watching their movies and shows, and Ben and I were watching our movies and shows, and it was just amazing. Ben ended up finding a show called The Lincoln Lawyer, and we started watching that on Monday night. And like, I was so hooked, like after like the first episode. It is so good. So Ben and I ended up binge watching it all day yesterday in between hanging out with the kids. And like, it's a 10 out of 10 show. Like, I think we're like halfway through season 2. Like, that's how much we watched. It was a bit chaotic. Yes, I've gotten changed. Kids are playing. I'm going to have to get some fans and start hooking fans up because it's going to get a bit toasty cleaning, but who cares? I'm going to try to throw some tunes on and we're going to get cracking because this house needs a serious cleanup, because we just let the kids do whatever fancied them yesterday, and that obviously meant the house getting messy. But it's overdue for a clean anyway, so I need to get the vacuum out and vacuum corners and whatnot. So get that out, and we're going to put some music on and get cleaning. The biggest house cleaning job I have ever done. This house is definitely a lot bigger than our last house, but it was very satisfying. We've had lunch, we've had a rest, and I picked Abby up from school. My fresh loaf of bread has just come out of my bread maker, fresh and piping hot, and my dinner that I've cooked for tonight is also finished. So I've made a meatballs and rice, so that's what it is. You can't really see the rice, but it's under there, under the meatballs. So I've had that cooking for a while, so I'm going to leave that on keep warm until it is dinner time, because it's not for another hour or so. So I'm going to go do some video editing so I don't fall behind while the girls play and have fun. So I'm going to call it a night, call it a day for today, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, Friday, or, you know, the rest of the week if I get that far. I'm exhausted. So yeah, I'll leave it for today and I'll catch you all later on. It is currently like 11 o'clock-ish, something along those lines. I'm feeling very run down and exhausted today. I have no idea. I'm just pooped. I'd say I probably had a really, really restless night, I would say. But yeah, we ended up going to the park this morning after dropping Abby off, and we had a pretty good time there. There was another mum with her kids there, and we had a good old chin wag, and the kids played together and everything. It was quite beautiful. I've got some footage of the girls playing at the park, if I roll those clips now for you.
Yeah, we ended up spending a little while at the park, and then I went through a cookbook to see what I thought might be nice to cook, but then I'm like, but do I really want to go through all the cleanup after that? So I decided I'm not going to do anything at this stage, but I'd like to try a cookie recipe out of the new Brookie cookbook. I've got all the ingredients for it. It's just a matter of when I get the motivation to do it. But yeah, at this stage, no, because I'm just pooped. And for some reason, I got really bad heartburn for some reason. So I've just had to take some heartburn medication. But yeah, so I'm going to make the girls some lunch because they're tired and grumpy and hungry and fighting and all that other jazz. So I'm going to get the girls some lunch, and I think it's going to be a very, very quiet time between now and when I pick Abby up. Yeah, I got to try and get some meal planning done for tomorrow because tomorrow's grocery shopping day, so I'm going to work out what I'm going to do there as well. Why do you have an egg on your forehead?
My egg on my forehead.
What have you hit your head on recently? Yeah, you got a googie.
Googie.
Yeah, you got a googie.
Where?
Why do you have a googie?
Dad.
Why do you have a googie?
This.
Nah, you're fine. But your sister's got a googie. You got a googie?
I don't.
I'm gonna get these girls some tucker, and that's gonna be quiet time.
Good mid-morning and welcome to the glorious Friday. I have taken Ava to daycare, I have taken Abby to school, and I have done my grocery shopping. And I have a question to ask for anyone that might have a solution to it. How do I stop my 5.5-year-old from helping herself to the fridge, kitchen, pantry, whatever, in the middle of the night and watching TV? She's been doing it for a year. She'll get up in the middle of the night for no unknown reason, grab something to eat and just sit on the couch and watch TV until we figure out that she's awake and we tell her to go to bed. We give her a big dinner, we make sure she's got plenty of water and everything else that she needs before she goes to bed. She doesn't have a sleep during the day, she runs around like a headless chicken, so on and so forth. Because we had an incident last night that has caused us to have all this food waste that now has to go in the bin. So last night she helped herself to the fridge and she got something out without realizing it. She turned the dial that controls the temperature of the fridge and the freezer to the hottest setting or almost off, and before I knew it, when I got up this morning, so she probably did this midnight, 2 a.m. or something like that. I don't know, something around there, because by the time I got to the fridge this morning, the fridge was hot and all this was hot too. So I've just taken everything out of the fridge and freezer and I now have to throw all this out. It's a shame. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it. I don't mind her having a snack, but that's kind of like when she wakes up in the morning, not something that I want her to have in the middle of the night. So if anyone has any suggestions on how we can resolve this to help her get a full night's rest and to try and stop her eating in the middle of the night, because I'm pretty sure that's something that's not good. I don't know if it's healthy or not, I don't know. But yeah, she's been doing it for a year now. I don't understand what's going on because she eats lots of food. Like, I make sure she has a good breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything in between. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So if there's any suggestions, please help. Because I'm out of ideas on what to do. So yeah. Well, now that that's out of the way, so I was a little bit naughty last night and I bought myself a game on the Nintendo Switch. I've heard so many good things about it. It's called Hogwarts Legacy or something along those lines. So I'm going to give that a play today because I've bought it and downloaded it last night. And I've had to recharge everything because I haven't played my Switch in like forever. So I'm going to give that a go right after I deal with the food waste and I've cleaned up the kitchen. I've got Amy down for a sleep at the moment because she is very, very sleepy. Shopping tuckered it out. She had a lot of fun shopping. She always does. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get going on this and I shall catch you all later. At last, it is the end of the day. We have got homemade pizzas. The kids are eating theirs. This is mine. I've got chicken, onion, tomatoes, cheese, the goods, and hubby's made himself one. I don't know what's on his, but it looks yum. So I'm gonna call this a night. We're gonna devour our pizzas and have a lovely day in the evening, and I'm definitely getting into my game more. It is so good. Oh my god, you have to try it. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all again next week.